Some Chinese.
Hey, you gotta show them respect.
Okay, chocolate meatballs.
That's so nice. Now, we are the masters, and time is our servant.
That's right. Please mind your fucking head, bog roll. And now some fun. Secret ninja in the lift. And now some fun.
Okay guys, what's up? How are you doing? Okay, so I've just passed that escalator. So walking down this strip again. You've got the buildings on the other side there. It's the night time. Walking through the city, you know what it is. I mean, it's not always going to be the same locations, and obviously, you know, as such, a lot of the time it will be these kind of routes. But yeah, day or night, and this one's an OTR movie. Once again, we're back with another OTR movie. You remember a couple of movies ago, I went up, a few nights back, I went up on that second floor up there looking for a way down, but I couldn't get through at the end, you know. But it's like anything, you know, it's like even your shit, it will get through in the end, you know what I mean? So it's like all problems in life. All problems in life. All problems in life, like that clever guy there. All problems in life will pass. My friend or foe. So, you know, I'm just saying, like, the good and the bad, everything that you go through in life will pass, won't it, you know? That's one truth, and this whole life will pass. What we got to try our best, is to not run after problems in life. Not seek stress. Like, sometimes you'll be dealing with a problem so much that you end up, like, or trying to find ways to solve a problem or deal with it, because you think, well, I can't let it go, you know. You get such a habit of like not letting things go, and it can be like a good thing, right? Because sometimes it's like, you know, you can't let your problems just go. You can't just ignore things sometimes, but you need to. It's not about just prioritizing things in the mind. It's realistically prioritizing things too, because the thing is, You've got to be realistic about everything. Reality beats your priorities sometimes, if that makes sense. Reality always beats your priorities. It's always the thing, the truth. So honesty and the seeker of truth is the wise one. If you're not wise, what are you? You know, in your life, you're just a brain that's not working of its own. It's a mind that's not being controlled. It's like having no mind or less of a mind. It's like more dead, more sick, or like a dead person who can't think, you know. I mean, there may be spirits floating around that wish they was in the body to come back and, come back and, as I say, come back and live the life again. That moon's shining up there. Can you see the moon, guys? The moon there in the building, above the building. The moon's there, so it seems. Yeah, people driving around in posh cars, people driving around talking about their money. Yeah, there's people going around with a lot of stress and arguments, you know. That doesn't help you, does it either? Argumentative stress in their minds and pressure, and they get into rows with people, with themselves, and they constantly make their life harder. And a lot of people chase after the wrong thing, you know. I'll say that. They do. A lot of people chase after problems, or chase after things that have so many problems, you know, and they they use, you know, they waste and throw away years of their lives, basically, on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, a monthly basis, to chuck, time away and give up their time to think they're being a hero or just to themselves, for their own ego or their own, but really they're just like dealing with those problems. And it's like constantly just the same old thing, you know. It's like, and they're just exhausting themselves. Some people do that, and they've chosen to live that life like it's a war, you know, just like a war. Yeah. And that guy spraying his hose over there. He's spraying his hose, looking for holes. This is how you do it. I can't see clearly what that guy's doing. I think he's aiming for the toilet bowl, and you can't find the toilet bowl. You know what I mean? I'm looking for direction. Looking for direction. I think. I don't know what he's looking for. I can't help him. Who am I? Fucking clever mongs on the road. I've got no word for ignorant people, but I mean, be observant, but don't be so observant that you lose your awareness. Don't be so focused on whatever you think's far from you in another world, and you trip up. So looking at the buildings as I'm walking around, I'm just saying that's the basic point. You've got to stay focused, and you've got to focus, and you've got to try to avoid hassle the best you can, or try to take the more easier, let's say the more true paths to you. That is one way of making your life a bit easier, or a lot easier. Now I'm walking past these buildings here with the blue neon lights, okay? And you see if I were to tell you that this video is from the future, if I was to tell you that this video is like I'm in space and I'm walking on another planet, some futuristic planet, some sci-fi planet, you know, inhabited by robot jellyfish or something, you know, with neon glowing pussy or something, you know, you might believe that. Because there's people out there that believe, believe it. I've got to hurry up now, I've got to walk down here. That's the building of Orange. That's the building of Terry's Chocolate Orange. Just kidding. I've got to go this way. Well, this way, I'll trip over these bars, yeah? Trip over these bars. You skipped in, it's hard. I'm going to pass some people here. Hold on one second. Pass some Azzy, as we call it. Azima. Meaning negativity. And that there, as usual, I just missed a bus. As usual, I've just missed a bus. I could have been on that bus if I would have. I think next time I'll go the other way anyway, I'll see, but I chose to walk. I was like iffing and ahhing. I was like thinking about, should I go this way or not tonight for the walk? a bit tired anyway, but it's like I'm kind of still full of energy. But it's like I thought, should I just get the bus, down there, get the bus and just wait there? But I thought, no, I'll walk down here and talk to you guys, make the OTR movie, while it is. You can check out a waterfall in the lights here. You can check out a fountain if you like here. But there's some guy standing there, but I'll just show you quickly the fountain. See, the fountain there. I do like to look at lit up fountains and waterfalls and I don't know fountains. I mean, that's nice. Yeah. This person. So if I stand there, she will talk to me. If I stand there, she will talk to me. Yeah, that's why I couldn't. I wanted to show you it better, but I wanted to stand there, but she might start talking to me. You say, oh, hello, what are you doing here? You like it here? Can you understand? Just ask me some stupid question. Asking me some stupid question now. Oh, so in your country, do you drink water? Oh, fuck, man, I drink any water that ain't dirty, motherfucker. Okay. My daily life, man. I mean, this is the thing, they don't know. I mean, you're either an open-minded person or you're a closed-minded person. And you get some people that just want to ask you questions just so they can get into berating you in some way, And forget that, let's look at the crystal buildings up ahead. The space buildings with the neon lights. And they got the glowing thing. This looks like a glowing fairy dildo. Excuse my language. Well, look at this for soothing fountains. Soothing fountains there. Soothing fountains and noisy cars in the background. We like to explore, don't we, guys? Thanks for walking with me on this road. Yeah, it's nice to have you along on the adventure as Jason Stalkers. Hi Jason, if you're watching. I want to say a big hello to all of my subscribers. I don't have many, as I say. But hi guys, how are you doing? Well, I mean, one's more than some people, but I'm lucky that anybody watches if you do. So thanks for watching, guys. I know I babble sometimes, but I'm just me. Look. With the moon in the sky above me, the moon. Can you see the moon up there? Yeah! The moon up there, Can't believe that. Can't believe I see the moon up there behind me. Bastard. So I'm walking down here. That big clock up there is not Big Ben. See a lot of clock towers all over the world, do you? See them over here in China. It's really funny as well. Most people don't know. In my daily life, I must speak Chinese all the time. My wife's Chinese. I've been living here for so many years, and I speak Mandarin Chinese most of the time. I was even a couple of times. I even pondered the idea, or if denied about that as well, here and there. But I was in the past, I was thinking, should I make another simple channel with me just speaking Chinese, channel? I was thinking if I made another channel on the side, a Chinese language one before. But there's not much point in doing it because I'd only put certain videos out and certain talks and stuff, topics and that. And my Chinese, as I say, it's not fluent, perfect. I can't read Chinese at this current time. Excuse me. But I can speak, as I say, most Chinese. Mandarin, that is. Putonghua. And I speak it all the time at home because my wife, as I said, doesn't speak much English, and we just speak Chinese. We speak Chinese at home. Mad, isn't it? For me, it's I never learned any foreign languages. We learned a bit of French, a bit of Spanish and stuff in school when I was back in London growing up. I was born in 1982. In this video you're watching now, it's we're at the end of February now already, and it's 2020, and I'm 37 years of age. There's a bus coming. I better be careful because this might be my bus. I've got to run. I don't know if that's my bus or not, so I'm running along. Last time we nearly missed one. I think this might be my bus there. Not too sure. I'm gonna miss that bus, man. Oh, lucky, man. Lucky. Lucky. I should be. Yeah, it's not my bus. It wasn't my bus. But you gotta be careful. It reminds you sometimes. But yeah, I did have that before. As I say, so I kind of You know, yeah, I was thinking before to do that, you know, but I didn't do it. I didn't make the channel like with, you know, because I was going to do it before, like fully. And you know, the main reason, there's two reasons why I didn't make the channel like a Chinese channel before. Two reasons. One is because, like, the main reason is because I'm not Chinese, am I? Yeah, I speak Chinese every day. I don't speak English at home. I always speak Chinese. My wife's Chinese, but I'm not Chinese, am I? So if I made a channel talking in Chinese, it's good, okay, for Chinese people, okay. But who's going to watch that? You know, if you know, who are you arguing for? You know what I mean? So it's like there's no reason to do it. So I was thinking, but you know, if you think it's a good idea, tell me, okay? If you'd like to see some videos in Chinese or a channel, let me know, okay? But I don't. And the second reason was, I say, my Chinese is not perfect, you know, perfect. So I would still struggle and have some difficulty in expressing myself. But it's like I don't have trouble like expressing. I can express most of what I want to say in Mandarin Chinese. But it's like, I was just thinking of another way to share, you know, extra content and different stuff. I was thinking to do that before, you know. But, you know, I can express myself like in daily conversation, like basic stuff. I mean, I say it's basic, it's like probably more than basic, but it's like, it's not fluid. I'm just saying I'm still humble, you know what I mean? Yeah, if anyone types any comments in Chinese, I can't read it either. But pinyin I can read. I can't read Chinese like characters, you know. I'll have to ask my wife every time to translate or to read it to me. I mean. But the thing I'm saying that, you know, yeah, it's kind of I didn't mean that I would make a channel like teaching any Chinese. I didn't mean that specifically when I was talking about that, at least. Channel. I just meant like another channel, you know. I just meant like another channel, like with similar content to what I'm sharing now. So whatever my thoughts about life, my philosophy, martial arts, art, animation, music, all the usual stuff, you know, special effects and that, but just like with Chinese language, I mean, like, you know, just speaking Chinese language, like another version of my channel. That's what I meant. Or it's a couple of videos even here or there. But if you'd like to know any like Chinese, I mean, you know, I'm happy to share what I can, you know, share like, any videos or using the language. But, you know, who am I, you know? I'm British really, so, you know. And what, you know, I mean, there are people out there that make like, you know, there are people sharing more now, like languages wise, like videos focusing on language and teaching stuff, you know, anyway. Different things, you know. So you can find stuff like that anyway. You know, and native speakers anyway now. So I'm just waiting here for the bus now. Not waiting around for the bus, I say. I'm not waiting for people, I'm waiting for the bus. I'm not waiting for people. Don't wait for people. You end up dying waiting for people. Promise you. No, I mean, if this bus comes quick, I can get on it, you know. But if it don't come, I'll just stand around a bit. As I say, it's a very long way for me to get back home. I have to go down that way. If I was to walk all the way down that way, I don't even know the way. There is another way you can go, and other bus routes as well, but it's like a very long way. If I was to walk all the way down, there's another route that goes around, like another little bridge or something that crosses up, another kind of smaller bridge, narrow bridge or something that crosses the river. I say the river, it's more like the ocean, really the sea, but it's like a big water, you know, gap there. And I have to, every day I have to take the bus, or whenever I go across to this part, to go home, to come here or to go home, I have to get the bus across the water. So I always cross the big main bridge. Okay, Shiji Daqiao, it's called Shiji Daqiao. What's it? I forgot the name of it now. Century Bridge, its name is. I have to cross there every day. My bus is coming, I'll talk to you in the next clip, I'll talk to you in the next clip, okay? Oh, this is not my bus actually, but I'm going to stop the video anyway, because my bus will be coming very soon, okay? So I'm going to stop this clip, okay? And I'll talk to you in the next clip. When I get off the bus, I'll make another clip, okay? So thanks for watching, yeah?
going over Century Bridge now. We're going to cross Century Bridge, Shiji Daqiao, okay? We're going to cross Century Bridge right now, and I'll try to show you the view the best I can of the lights on the water. I've shown you before, but it's kind of hard to show you. But plus, this is not in HD either. But this is we're going to go across Century Bridge, okay? The big bridge, the main big bridge in the city, Century Bridge. Let me just show you, okay, guys? We're taking the 54, my favourite 54 bus. The second choice is the 83, but let's just check this out. Get off the next stop's ours, not mine. Get up carefully. It's always a death trap, danger death trap, to try to get up and not fly over the bars. Okay, so we're off that one, okay, we're off that one. Oh dear, so there we are. As you saw, again, I mean, thanks for watching, thanks for joining me on this journey. But this is my usual route home, you know. T-Shad's the man, Tommy Shadow, T-Shad's the man, leading the room, yeah, Ninja Assassin, my own personal Ninja Assassin. But listen guys, how you doing? I'm just mucking around. Yeah. So I just walked over not a manhole, I just walked over a drain cover. Didn't fall down it, lucky. Be careful, okay guys, you could end up, but you could be stuck with your foot there all night, or in sewage. I mean, you never know. I mean, you could just be looking down there, tying your shoelaces up, breathing in the fresh air, getting shot up at the gas station by homeboys from the block, you know, who doing their thing. You know, it's what it is out here, man. Pull the AKs out, bang bang, strap, motherfucker, get it crack, what's going on, trip crap. I'm just joking, no, none of that, there's none of that negative bullshit here. We live in peace, bro, you know what I'm saying? Peace is what it is, wise, you know what I'm saying? Off the firing line. Yeah, smile and live, because you only live once. So let me just get, as far as I know, but let's get back to what I'm saying. Yeah, so basically, yeah, thing as such, you know, you might be bending down, yeah, you might be kneeling down like a man, or bending over like a gorgeous sight of a beautiful woman. She might be bending down, you know, sorting out them high heels, don't get them stuck in the, and you could be looking down, you might smell the flour, I mean, you might smell the shit and the sewage down below underneath the you know, underneath the drain, and you might see Pennywise the dancing clown straight out of the 90s version I'm talking about. 90s version, that's the one, Tim Curry, man. He played the role the best, man, and the style and everything. Tim Curry, I mean the 90s version of the movie It. You know, It. Got to quickly get across that fucking road, man. Let's go. That was the best one, man. I don't care what anyone says. It's a red light there, but it's a red light there. See? Every time they're looking at me like that fucking hungry. What's he doing? Well, because it's red. You wanna kill me? Why not? That's crazy. Really crazy. They're looking at me like I'm some idiot. Oh, you know what I mean? Always watch what you're doing though. I'll do this. And then he gets confused. I give him a thumbs up. He's going to watch me now, watching the young ones, watching me. Thinking that's very strange. A foreigner. He's watching me, the foreigner, walking by, thumbing him up. I mean, not like his K-pard, his compadre, his K-pard. I'm not one of his. I'm not a fun dealer. You know what I mean? I'm not a motherfucking wanking banana peeler. You know what I'm saying? Don't slip up now. Like your mum. Nah, keep it clean. Keep it clean. I love sweet pussy. I've got to be honest, right? I'm just saying, right? You know. So, you know. Men and women of the world, following nature. That's what it's about. Let's get back. What was I just saying? So, yeah, but you know, I give a thumbs up to people for letting me pass, which was clearly letting me cross the road. Then he looks back at me like, what the fuck's wrong with you, you know? Well, what? Shouldn't I have crossed? Or what? Shouldn't I have given a thumbs up? Thank you. I'm weird, yeah, I'm strange. And then when they say it's culture differences or what? Come on now. I don't understand that, man. So you can't thank someone for like actually helping you out in some way. Yeah, I want to just finish by saying something here. I'm going to pass this. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's trying to give me some funky shit. Look at this coffee place here. They're always playing music in there. And you see the young people going in there like these bit of swank, as my nan used to say, a bit of something, bit of fun, bit of a, what's the in thing, you know? And they go in these fancy coffee bar places like that, you know. Hang out, they've got this fancy jazz music playing out or whatever it is, modern day shit. I don't like it. And it's like, what you do? Oh, look who it is, guys. Look who it is. Before I start talking about you, a couple of my subscribers, let me show you this. Look, do you remember this? Do you remember this in my other video? Let me just show you quickly. I'm not talking to her, but I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, okay? Not that nosy person there. Do you remember this from last night in my other video? I made another funny video on my channel. She refused me, man. She refused me. God damn. You watch the video, which other one's funny, the other one. I mean, I just mucking around, playing around. She refused me, man. Yeah, but you know, let's get back to what I was saying, though, guys. Yes, I'm walking down, there's a few shops on the side. There's a few Azzies walking around. Remember, Azzi, okay, Azima. Because we're using that as a term. We made up, me and a friend of mine, we made this up. Hold on, this guy listening to me talking. Like this, me and a friend, we made this word up called Azzi, A-Z-I, that's A-Z-I. That's short for azimuth or mazimuth. Got nothing to do with the mathematical or the actual term, you know, in the dictionary. It's not nothing to do with that. We're talking about, we just made it up as a slang term, basically, for fun. And it just means negativity, like negative people, just rude. I'm getting some now, I'm getting some arsehole looking at me now, giving me shit. I have to walk past really quickly. We don't know if he's out of his mind or on drugs or some guy, there's some drunkard guy on the street there. So everywhere you go, any negative attitude, you want to avoid Azzi, man, avoid Azzi. It means this negative attitude, like that kind of like mental illness, you get like mental people going around who hate life, hate everybody, put people down, that's no good. Shitting on you because they shit on their own life, you know. Negative ignorance, you know. Now I'm walking down here, okay. Oh, by the way, don't forget to see my cartoon, my animated series I did, my animated cartoon. I've got a superhero that was created based on this, and he's called Azzy Banger, and he beats the living shit out of them, out of negative bastards of the world and criminals. Azzy Banger, one of my cartoons. It started a few years back, and I'm doing a lot of cartoon and animation I'm working on now. But that's one of my old series, Azzy Banger, you know. So if you've ever seen it, do check it out, as I say. So I say, I've seen a few car crashes in my time. I've seen a few car crashes. There's a car crash on the other side of the road, a big massive car crash I saw on the other side of there. Got this crossroad junction. Crossing real quick. Red light still, it's okay. There was a big car. It was flipped over, upside down. It was smashed into another one. There was two, and one of them had smashed over on his back, flipped over. I've seen so many flipped cars, man. Cars on the side, I see cars on the back. It's like, fucking hell, man. Something wrong with the design or what? Is it like, so, you know, and you get arseholes speeding around in sports cars. Car, if you don't care about your life, fair enough. But I'm just saying that. It's like, Hear music, people playing. Sometimes you get people in here. I don't even know what this place is on my right here. This place. Offices. I remember when they was building it up. There's a few people on this side. You get young couples, you get older couples around here. You get older people doing some exercise in this little, not park, this little area here, on the corner. Hold on one second. Azzy. So I'm trying to walk around and avoid Azzy. I spend most of my time trying to avoid it, you know. I was going to say quickly a couple of things. I forgot what I was going to say now, but Jason Stork mentioned, as I say, Jason Jason, my bro, Mountainous, how you doing, bro? Yeah, Jason mentioned that, saying, there's less people on the road, you can't see people anywhere, less people on the buses, on the road. And I've got this marker talking about the virus and stuff, it's a virus thing. But don't worry that much, it's not like that. But some of the stuff is true, but some of the stuff hype and exaggeration. People playing music and stuff over there. So I say, stop playing that music, man, you're going to drown out my atmospheric music and beats and stuff. Can't be Azzy, People are entitled to do to have what they want. So basically I'm going the long way, I have to go a long way around here. Oh man, there was a message, someone left a message, I forgot who it was, and someone left a message. I was going to answer your message, man. Oh shit, I'm so sorry guys. One of you guys left a comment. I read all your comments, okay? Thank you so much, but yeah, I'll reply when I do, okay? I'm so sorry, I have to go and check them again, okay? Yeah, but I'm just walking down here now. Can't believe I forgot what that comment was, Someone left a comment, I was going to answer you guys. But, I know you're doing okay, yeah, Black Sword Shinobi, yeah? All you guys, man, Total Control. How you doing, man? How you doing, bro? Hope you're doing okay, all of you, man. Craig Cavaney, Craig Flippy, Jason Stork, Dems Lee. I'll try and say whoever I can here. Clive McKenzie, Craig Cavaney, Craig Flippy, Norexa, how you doing? Thanks for the support, yeah. Means a lot. That guy called Jack, how you doing? Jack. To say, you guys, so Max, as I say, Max as well. Max, I hope you're doing okay, Max. Love your music, great stuff. As I say, Dems Lee, my bro, Chuck. Amazing success, man, on the new album, well done, getting it put on the vinyls and stuff. And everybody else has been leaving messages, comments, so I can't remember all of your names now, but as I say, thanks for watching. Thank you for if you enjoy it, if you don't enjoy it, don't watch it, but if you watch it, I'm happy, because I do share, and then whatever I do, you haven't got to like it all, You haven't got to like it all, as I say. You haven't got to like it all, as I say, in everything I do. You might not like certain things I do. Just as there's rude people, so. But I'm saying, as I say, the point, you might not like all of the music I make or that, or some of the stuff, like the comedy, like it's a bit over the top, I swear, and there's like dirty comedy, rude stuff, like like, but that's just me, another side of me expressing. But whether it's through my art, my animation, my comedy videos, my raps, my music. But it's not all like that. As I say, it's all different kinds of things I share. Because I feel the reason is you've got to be like, what's the word? I don't want to say colourful. I mean, like, I want to be like, I mean, not I want to be. I mean, anyone. If you be like an all-rounder, you know, all-rounder. You can't be just like fixed like one way. And especially like a martial artist, like you might not have to be a martial artist. I feel martial arts really helps a person and the philosophy of it as well. But like, it's the mind and body. But then I know like various martial artists. I've known, believe me, I've known martial artists, other martial artists that also seem to have that. And I'm not trying to say like jack of all trades, master of none, but it's some the people that have got the like, multiple abilities. Now we all might have multiple abilities on different levels, but I'm just saying like people that like they're good at music, or they're good at art, and they're good at learning languages, or a lot of different creative things, you know. But I think that's a good way to be, like, having you know, an open mind and having a lot of different abilities and skills. Remember, we're not saying anything big-headed or like, you know, having an ego. We're just saying having a lot of, you know, you can compare yourself to anyone else all day. There's always other people that have more or less than you, abilities-wise or skill. But it's like, who are you going to compare with? You know, saying that, you know, yeah, like everybody's different. You've got your own, and it's your interest and your passion. That's what it is. Hold on 1 second. What I'm doing here is I'm passing this, if you can hear that snapping sound, that whipping sound, can you hear that? That snapping, you can't, can you hear that? You can't see, but you can hear that, right, that sound? Fucking scared the shit out of me, not that. Hold on 1 second, I'll tell you, hold on. Some rude people there being rude, taking the piss out of me. But yeah, before that person moved past, going back to what I was saying, that whipping, snapping sound you heard was not someone trying to use weapons to smack off my kneecaps. Yeah, and what it was, yeah, basically, so such was this guy. There's a guy that's always there on the road this time of the night. There's people walking, there are people having walks and stuff too. There's a couple of joggers there, that young couple we saw the other night. It might be the same couple, it might not be, but I see young couples. There's a couple of guys that walk around here with all their muscles out, they're running down the road, you know, with or without mask. But yeah, but you know, yeah, there's this guy. There's people that are walking up and down here, but there's this guy that goes around that little area around there, corner area. There's a couple of people working out, and there's one guy, and he uses this big whip thing. It's not a whip, it's like a thing you see common in certain places in China. You see it. I've seen people doing it before. You see people there, as I say, you know, just they got this. It's like a whip. I call it a whip. It's not really a whip. It's like a big piece of rope or something, like a big rope with something on the end of it. I mean, it might be a fucking someone's fucking dang. I don't know what the hell it is. Someone's fucking twong. Calling the cob, man. Frozen fucking hot dog. I don't know what it is. Some fucking lizard eggs. I don't know. But basically, they swing this thing. They swing. It's a long, very long one. You know, long floppy one. But can't fucking get it right, man. You know what I'm saying? You're scaring away, mate. Scaring away you ghosts in the dust. You know, wanker efforts. But I'm just saying, he whips this thing. He whips it on the wall, or he smacks it on the floor, hits it on the ground. But he whips the thing down on the floor and on the wall, which is whipping it. Just whipping it, cracking it, smacking it, cracking it, right? And basically, it's exercising his wrist, apparently, his arm power, his arms and his wrists and his power. But that could be used as a weapon, you know what I mean? Oh, someone else we're looking at. Okay. So this is the last clip, okay? I did make another clip when I got off the bus, okay? When I got off the bus, I was walking down the street and I was talking to you guys. And there were actually a couple of different clips, and there was a couple of bits I clipped short. I deleted some parts, okay, and cut some parts. But you don't have to worry about that. So I did see some people on the road doing some exercise, and there are people out going for like evening walks and jogs, going jogging and stuff. some individuals, some younger ones as well as some older ones. Quite a lot of older ones you do see exercising at different times as well. There's a few young couples, a couple of individuals running. You know, it's good to see people active, of course. Of course, there was this guy, as I say, I saw this man. There was a guy there whipping this big thing, couldn't really see him in the dark, but luckily I didn't lose my ankles and kneecaps. You hear the snapping, popping sound as this guy's whipping this, whatever you call those things, those long rope things with the nutcrackers on the end, and basically you just hear it, and it's like he's just getting power in his arm and his wrist, because obviously not everybody's a wanker, or maybe he's trying to give himself some power for the next masturbation when his wife or his gal refuses that time. And he says, you abusive swine, she says to him, I can't give you my time to do the vagina. You know what I'm saying? You get the point I'm trying to say. And so basically, this guy was just snapping that rope, just whipping that bastard on the ground, you know. But, you know, it's like, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. So... yeah, just keep it clean, I'd say, and always be careful when you're out and about. There's so many people that have accidents while, you know, talking to their phone, tripping up and stuff. You might end up getting run over by a hedgehog. I shouldn't have said that. But what do you guys think of the look of that new, well, for the time, his 2020, this video, okay, by the way, guys. 2020 February, in the February, there's a new Sonic the Hedgehog movie out with Jim Carrey. I like Jim Carrey. I've always liked him. My favourite was Robin Williams. He was a classic. He was such a funny man. But yeah, there's a new Sonic the Hedgehog movie out. I'm not really, to be honest, I really don't like the look of it. It's just my personal take. I like Sonic and stuff, but it's like a lot of things. It's like they bring out these Pokemon movies and stuff, and they just, like live action with like special effects and 3D. Like, oh man, I just hate what I saw of it, you know. I've seen a lot of it as well, forced to watch it, sort of thing. But it's like, I can't stand that, man, because I like the old school. Some things I think were meant best to be cartoons, you know what I mean, and anime. Some things are best done a certain way or certain ways, but in some other ways you want to not touch it like that, you know. So I'm feeling pretty tired today. And again, it's the take on things, like, you know, when something's clearly American or clearly Japanese, you know, sometimes it's okay to dabble in things and explore, but sometimes things just don't work the other way. When you change a style so much, it's like the same with a lot of movies too. I see a lot of movies, like, you know, like this modern thing. It's like, in general, like, as the years have gone by, people are trying to make things more badass, you know, more dark. So you see all the superheroes, all the Marvel, whatever, a lot of them, they'll have like darker colours and like not so colourful, and, you know, and whatever, you know, and it's like all of that stuff. You may have had, like, whether it be superhero stuff or whether it be just pure action, whatever it was, stuff we watched as kids that was really exciting and full of energy and life and fun. Nowadays, a lot of stuff's just like dark, and like they got action in there and special effects, but it's like they're trying to keep up with the times, and it's just like it's just boring and dull. They've taken the life out. It's more about politics, political correctness, politics, or just some kind of idea, agenda that they're trying to put in the movies. I've seen so many movies that like make me sick in the way that they're trying to like brainwash kids as well. I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to get into discussions here on various topics, but there's certain things when you look at certain movies that are out there now, whereas before, back in the day, it was more about making film entertainment for just literally entertainment purposes. And if they had some positive, you say, well, what's positive? Yeah, I'm saying they used to have like positive, you know, messages for kids sometimes, or things for kids to learn about. Like when you watch any cartoons, like the old school He-Man and stuff, you know, or Inspector Gadget, there was always something to learn. Sesame Street, you know, all the stuff, Jim Henson stuff, Muppets.
Yeah, but I'm saying that, you know, in that, you know, like, but nowadays, yeah, it's always dark, like, he's just trying to put some messages in there, trying to brainwash people. Anything's okay, man, you know, just, hell on earth's okay, it's okay to be a badass and, you know, fuck the society and just do what you want to do, and they're trying to make things seem like good, but it's not. It's confusing and it's dark and evil, and they're using technology in a sinister way. It's not the people that used to make sinister. I use that fucking word too. It's not people that used to make the stuff that we grew up watching. It's these people that the dark, twisted ones that have somehow worked their way and able to work. They're trying to control society, and they work this political correctness bullshit into stuff that for the new generations, and they use it all. And they know people are addicted to the internet too, and technology and all that, so they put it through any means they can, and it's really scary. It's really boring, and you see a lot of movies that it's like, oh, like it's got drama. It's just like just talking and getting. It's, you know what I mean? Like whereas before we had like action-packed cartoons, exciting, fun stuff. Comedy was comedy. We knew it was comedy too. You know, whether it be any kinds of old cartoons we used to watch. You know, in the 80s and the 90s. Especially the 80s. I love I grew up in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? The 80s and 90s, yeah. Well, there are some good ones, you know. But it's just so sad to see the way the world's going now. I don't even know how we got on this topic, but, you know, yeah. So, totally forgot what I was going to say. But, just take care of yourself, guys. I say thank you for watching this video again. Always remember to do some exercise if I was you. It's always good to do some exercise for the mind and body. There's always going to be negativity everywhere you go in the world. And I say you can't. Not everybody's going to be, positive or creative, I want to say, and have an imagination, but we should, I believe, work. I mean, Jean-Claude, I have to say again, Jean-Claude Van Damme did say, you know, if we don't create in life, then what's the reason to live? And I really believe that's so true, you know. New information, and storytelling, new information. Without it, we're just like robots following the same old thing. And I see a lot of people that are just like brain dead, like zombies, walking around looking at their phones, and they've got like nothing going for them. It's robots of society talking about money and just working like slaves, and that's all there is to it. No. Also, thank you for watching this movie. Take care now. I've got a lot of animation coming your way that I'm working on, okay? And some music on the side too. You take care of yourself, and thank you for watching the movie, okay? I said train up. I'm looking a little bit. Train hard and stay safe. I didn't say that in the last couple of videos. That's how it is. If you've got pets, take care of your pets. If you've got families, take care of your families. You've got a life, take care of your life. You're in this world, man. You've got a world, take care of your world. Thanks for watching, peace.
And would like some Chinese.
Hey, you gotta show them respect.
Hope chuck on meatballs.
That's so nice. Now, we are the masters, and time is our servant.